Hello everybody, this is DJ Gerry, one of the most profound Elvis fans in the business. Since that fateful day on August 16th, 1977, when we lost the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, there have been these rumors that Elvis Presley is still alive. And believe me, there would be nobody who would want the king to be alive more than myself. So I want to look at the most compelling evidence and find out if Elvis Presley is still alive. And you are going to decide for yourself whether the king of rock and roll still lives. All right, well, let's look at the first piece of evidence here. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence is the Elvis Presley death pictures. Now, if you take a look at this death picture, you can see that it didn't look like the way Elvis looked before he passed. This looks more like a picture of Elvis from 1960 than it did a picture from 1977. But let's go back to the source. Where did this photo come from? And when I did some research, I noticed it was on the cover of the National Enquirer. Unfortunately, that is not the best reference to cite documentary evidence. Let's look at the second piece of compelling evidence. Elvis Presley's tombstone. Now, if you look at his birth certificate, you will see that Elvis's middle name, Aaron, was spelled differently. Now, how could they make a mistake like that? Were they trying to tell us something? Is Elvis really alive? Is that what they were trying to tell us? How could they get his middle name mixed up? Look at his birth certificate. Upon further research, Elvis actually changed the spelling of his name to Aaron with two A's to represent Moses' brother, the biblical Aaron. And he preferred to spell it with two A's. All right, well, let's look at some more compelling evidence. And we notice there's a lot of cover-ups, like Elvis's autopsy report. It's not supposed to be released till 50 years after his death. Why all the secrecy? Are they trying to cover up that Elvis is still alive? Well, unfortunately, yeah, they were trying to cover some things up because his toxicology reports pointed to a lot of drugs. And even his stepbrother mentioned that Elvis was an addict and his death was caused by too much drug use. Okay, now let's look at some current evidence. Now, in 2016 and beyond, there's been a character circulating through Graceland that looks a lot like Elvis Presley. Could this really be the king of rock and roll? Unfortunately, if that's the most compelling evidence that they have, I'm not sure. Okay, well, friends, we've come, unfortunately, to the end of this video. And I'm going to let the facts speak to you. You decide if you think that this evidence is compelling enough. But I'll tell you one thing. Elvis Presley's music and memory is alive today, and it will be alive forever, because the king of rock and roll will not be forgotten. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And don't forget to keep listening to Elvis Presley and keep on rocking. Bye now.
If you haven't already, it'd be awesome if you'd like this video, hit the red subscribe button, and turn your bell notifications on so you don't miss out on any weekly videos.